Ron DeSantis' presidential campaign going down in flames has been one of the bright spots for me in this entire Republican primary. After having lived under the DeSantis administration here in the state of Florida for more than 4 years now, I feared what this guy could do to our country if he were to make it to the White House. And now that that's pretty much, put on ice, I'm happy. I still got to live with it down here for another 3 years, but the rest of the country, you do not have to suffer the way that we have here in Florida. And that brings us to our next question. This question comes from Sean McKenzie, 8699, who asks, when do you think Ron DeSantis will drop out of the Republican primary? And that's a good question because it's going to happen. I mean, let's be real here. Everybody not named Donald Trump is eventually going to drop out of that Republican primary. The question is when. We will see a massive thinning of the herd after Iowa. A lot of these also-rans, the people that poll consistently at 0 to 1%, and yeah, there's plenty of them, they're all going to be gone. I mean, hell, the mayor of Miami already dropped out and nobody even noticed that. So all the little folks will be gone after Iowa. Chris Christie, he put all of his chips into New Hampshire, so if New Hampshire does not go well for Chris Christie, he's gone. Ramaswamy, a poor showing in both Iowa and New Hampshire, possibly even up to, maybe 1 or 2 after that, he'll limp along and then he'll be gone. And I actually do predict the same thing for DeSantis, but DeSantis may hang in for 1 or 2 more races in the off chance that Donald Trump faces some kind of massive legal problem that ends up ending his campaign. So actually, let me restate that, okay? I don't think DeSantis will go the Ramaswamy route. I think DeSantis will stick in it as long as he has to. Like, even when it gets to the point where it's clear that Ron DeSantis has no path towards victory in the primary, he's going to hang in there in the off chance that Donald Trump gets convicted and then they pass a rule in the party that says you can't put a convicted felon as the nominee, which would change what would happen with the electors who go to the Republican National Convention. So even if he hangs in there, knowing he has no chance unless something happens to Trump, what we'll see is not a complete dissolution of the campaign. And by the way, I think Nikki Haley will do the same thing. What we'll see is a suspension. So the campaign will still exist, but it won't be gone. So that leaves them open to be able to be voted for at the Republican National Convention if Donald Trump has a criminal conviction on his record by the time we get to that point. So that's the way I see things unfolding. Again, I'm not clairvoyant, so I don't know for certain if that's how it happens. I just think that kind of based on the history, that's the most likely scenario here. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel. We also encourage you to like, comment, and share, but again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.